of course it's going to be white, but what kind of white? Do we want white that has tones of yellow, or do we want white that has tones of blue or green? So we want it to be more on the yellow side. So we'll make that final decision on that. And if you want, aside from sheer walls, other insulation. So we're adding some. So above the kitchen is the junior suite, and we have hardwood floors. So if we're sitting in the kitchen, you're going to hear people walking, right? So we decided we're going to add extra batting insulation above the kitchen, and extra batting insulation above the dining room, because there's also a bedroom above here. And we're going to insulate this wall, the exterior wall of that bedroom, so that, if someone's in there and they're watching TV and it's real loud, you're going to hear it here in the lobby. Like, what if I'm having, friends over for dinner and somebody's upstairs and they're watching, we're going to hear it. So we're going to do a little bit of extra batting insulation, interior insulation for sound, just like the sound barrier that we're creating. So we're looking at all these final details before these walls go up. But all of these sheer walls are done. Sheetrock's here. They put out the scaffolding. They worked on the scaffolding all day yesterday. Do you want to go outside? Do you want to take a look out there?
Sure.
Okay, now this is tricky. Can you get out there with your equipment? Let me see if I can.
We could try to make this work.
Let me see if I can. No, wrong direction. Okay, the dogs want to go. Okay, be careful. Don't fall. Okay, you want to go? We can't get out of the house. All the doors are completely blocked in by all this scaffolding. Oh, we got good news. I got an email. I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I got an email asking for the height of the placement of the deadbolt on the main doors, which means they're done, right? If they're looking for where do you want the hole drilled, we're down to the very end. So very soon we're going to have this beautiful new doors arrive and these windows. So you're going to see those doors and those windows and the exterior stucco and the interior. I mean, all of a sudden, like in 2 weeks from now, this place is going to look like a real house, no longer just a construction site. So that's exciting.
That's so exciting.
They've got scaffolding up everywhere. They've got it up everywhere. They're going to be working on all of these walls for several weeks. So several weeks. And let's take a look in the garage. Oh, the dogs are happy to be able to run in the yard. I have such a tiny yard in the rental home, and they don't get to go out very often. Living here, they just run out of the house and they run. And so they've been very restricted. So they're happy to be here. Okay, we're going to do a little more climbing. Let's duck under here. Okay. So here's a big pile of mud, sheetrock mud. So once the sheetrock is all mounted, this will be for all the seams.
Yeah.
So tape and float. That's a massive amount of mud. Hopefully it's enough. And here's the sheetrock for here in the garage. We decided we're adding some insulation here too. So all of the water pipes are insulated, but you can see there's some gaps, right? Like this right here is exposed. This is the home filtration system. So the water comes in from the city here. It goes up over to here, it comes through the filtration system, and it goes back up and out and down and underground to the house. And so I opted for copper piping. It was $2,000 more than PEX. PEX is everybody's like, get PEX, get PEX. Well, I did a little homework on PEX, And there are different ratings of PEX, and some of those ratings leach toxic chemical into your water. And so you have to know exactly what you're getting when you use PEX. Now what's nice about PEX is it's flexible, it's easy to install. If you need to move it, you just bend it. You know, it has some expansion ability, so it's unlikely to burst in a freeze. But I wanted copper. And so copper pipes can burst in a freeze. So the pipes are insulated, but I want to make sure that next winter, my first winter in the house, that I do not have a water damage. So we decided we're going to bat insulate this area here. And in this back, in the room back here that's not part of the garage, we're going to go ahead and insulate this plumbing as well. And we'll insulate over here as well. So now there's still some plumbing across the roof line here that won't be insulated. But if I think it's going to get really cold like that, and if I do have some concerns, I could just bring a little space heater in here and just keep this, it's not that big of a room. Just warm it up, keep it above freezing, and it should be fine. Or a year from now, if I want to spend an extra $2,000, I can have them come out and insulate the entire, roof.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, well, just spend the $2,000. I'm like, okay, and I'm spending $500 for that little plumbing change, that 7-inch move, $500,
yeah.
Then the tile is over budget, the flooring's over budget, the lighting's over budget.
Yeah, it adds up.
I mean, you get to an extra $100,000 like that.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, I don't need it. So we're going to put a way to get up into that garage attic. I can't remember what kind of, she called it some kind of like something hole, like a gully hole, or I can't remember the word that she used. It was funny. But it's a way for us to get up there, and that way if I want someone later on, if I end up, wanting to do it, they can get up in the attic and they can spray the insulation, and then this whole house will be insulated. Well, this is the garage, but it can be a house. Yeah. It can be. This may be an apartment. I don't know. It's ready for it. It's plumbed for it. We have electric. But this will remain unfinished space. And so this is ready to go. We've got, this is the pool bath, and this is the entrance from the pool. There's like a little, foyer. There'll be a door right there. And this is a really nice sized bath too.
Yeah.
Oh, they moved these lights out here. I wondered where the lights went. They put them out of the way. We had some extra can lights left. But shower over here, toilet, sink, and plenty of room to change. I'll put a bench or something so people can sit and you can put, your clothes on.
Yeah, swim trunks, all that.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's coming together.
I know.
Yay!
Slowly but surely.
I know. So yeah, sheetrock's next and exterior stucco. So we're making progress. If you look down here, look at all the scaffolding. They're ready to go. Let's see. So they've done this scaffolding all around the entire property. I guess that's starting on Monday too.
Yeah.
Along with sheetrock.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people here.
Yeah. Oh, good. They fixed the fence. They knocked the fence down, bringing in all this sheetrock delivery, and looks like they put it back up. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to protect the roots. These trees have already been stressed with having demolition done. Maybe some roots got damaged then, and we went through the drought.
Yeah.
And, then I'm hand watering, and then I install this temporary sprinkler, and, they're just, look, this guy got hit, something snagged at a truck. I need to get up there and trim it. But, we have this this tree fencing to help reduce people just driving over the
Yeah.
roots and disturbing it further. But this is so exciting. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but all the ADA doors have arrived. If you notice, we can point it out. So the threshold is flat. It doesn't have like a curve. So this is perfect. This is the service entrance. So underneath here, they covered it with dirt, but underneath here, it's already part of the house foundation. But it'll come out to about here, and it's a ramp that goes, at least to the corner of the house. It's a handicap grade. And then at the bottom, there's a landing. So let's say my mom is in a wheelchair sometimes. We'll pull up. She can get out right here on the landing, wheelchair straight in. Or let's say it's a caterer. They bring their
Right.
truck. They've got these carts on wheels full of stuff just straight into the catering kitchen. So yeah, ADA access doors were installed. HVAC, we've looked at the utility wall of the house,
Yeah.
and it's along the drive, it's behind the gate. So a lot of it's exposed. It would have been nice to have most of that back by the garage, but it's so far from the house, and there's some regulations about your HVAC units running underground, so it's problematic.
Yeah.
So we put it here. It's just what it is, and we'll dress it up. We'll use some fencing and plantings and things like that.
Yeah.
So, what are you two looking for? Hey, what are you doing? Don't eat nothing. They're looking for scraps or something. Okay, what else? But you can see the whole way around they've got the scaffolding erected. It's probably going to be a fairly large team. If they need this much scaffolding, they're going to move quick. If they want that set up prior to installation, then they're probably just going to be like moving over the whole house.
Yeah.
So it's getting so close.
I know. It's like so
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. And then for the second floor, there's not a lot to see up there. They did move the sheetrock up there, but all the decisions up there have been made. Everything's
Yeah.
as it should be. And so that's kind of it for today's walkthrough.
I know.
Just an update. Now next week is going to be a busy week. So we'll probably see a lot more activity in the next couple, well, let's say the next 4 to 6 weeks, you're going to see a lot of changes on the property. So, all right.
All
Well,
righty.
thanks everyone.